You're listening to podcasternews.com.
Welcome to the LA Story Podcast with Stevie Wilson.
We're at Barneys in Beverly Hills, and we're talking to Spencer with the Saint Fragrance line, and he's going to, please introduce yourself.
Okay, Spencer from Saint Parfum. You were halfway there.
Good.
And this is the home fragrance and candle collection that we have here at Barneys, and today we're having an event where our customers come in and we're doing custom blend fragrances for them. So if they don't like any of the 12 that Barneys has, we can make any of 1,000 fragrances for them right here at Barneys. And then the formula goes back to the office, and the perfumers make it and ship it back to the customer. Or again, you can choose from 12 fragrances that they have.
Okay, what are the 12 fragrances that you have?
Barneys has done a great job. They have the best selection, I think, of citruses, florals, and exotics. A lot of people buy, as you know, by category. They either love citruses or they love florals. Don't want to step out of those boundaries. So Barneys done a good job at separating those and picking the best of the 100 fragrances that we carry.
100 fragrances?
100,
wow.
101.
101. Oh, okay.
100 wasn't enough. So we have black tea here, which is a beautiful blend. It's spicy and clean. It smells exactly like black tea.
Okay.
One of the unique attributes of Saint Parfum is that all of our notes are true to the description because we blend from scratch. We create everything when it's ordered. We don't make anything in advance. And so we have over 500, 700 fragrance notes that we create from. So we can create anything, and they all smell authentic, which is the other part of the brand.
Okay.
Authentique Centre. But the black tea is a huge seller here at Barneys. The black currant, or also known as cassis.
Okay. I love that.
A gorgeous blend. I'd say our top, out of our 100 fragrances, top 3 is this one, Sakura and Lychee. It's a floral, but it's also slightly fruity, very light, and if you're looking for a clean fragrance and you like florals, it's the perfect choice.
Okay.
That's the number 7, Sakura Blossom and Lychee. Number 3 is a very bold citrus fragrance, and fruity without being acidic.
Okay.
And if you've ever smelled a fragrance and you like the citrus but you don't appreciate the acidity of it, this is a perfect citrus fragrance.
Okay.
And this is the pink grapefruit and tangerine and currant, red currant. A classic in home fragrances is the cut hay, but there's so many interpretations. Our cut hay is truly like cut hay in the summer when it's warm, so you get that spicy, bold fragrance, perfect for the fall and winter. It's also appropriate for any room, whether it's the bedroom or the living room, even the kitchen. Great and very
clean.
Very clean. Great for a hostess gift because it works in just about every room. The next one down the line, we have orange blossom and sweet orange. And of course, orange blossom comes from the orange and the flower, and that's very floral, but it has a slight citrus essence to it. We blend it with orange and sweet orange, so it's a little like driving through an orange grove in the spring. It's very powerful and very true and very clean fragrance. The next one, white tea, paper white narcissus. It is probably another top 5 out of 100. If you like florals, I'd call it a medium floral. It is a little bit tea, a little ginger, and paper white narcissus, and the sweet with the spicy sort of complement each other and embolden a real mid-accord, a mid-floral accord. So again, not too sweet, none of our fragrances are, more true to the fragrance notes that we use in the description.
Hold on. We're back here at Saint Parfums with Spencer, and we're looking at Japanese tea rose?
We're looking at Japanese tea rose, and Japanese tea rose is within a clean floral category. Again, our florals are very authentic and very clean and never overdone. We don't typically interpret fragrances. We like them to smell just like the notes of the description that we use, and that sounds simplistic, but it's very difficult to achieve. Our Japanese tea rose represents one of those types of fragrances, and the Japanese tea rose is a blend of Japanese tea roses and peony and Moroccan rose, and it's a beautiful blend. If you like rose, and rose is coming back, I don't care what they say, it's becoming even more popular with younger clientele. It's a great scent if you appreciate the scent of rose.
Right.
Probably our top 2 out of 100 fragrances, believe it or not, even though it's a women's industry for home fragrances is our For Home or our For Men scent. And it's not just being sold to men, but women who love the smell for men.
Right.
It is vetiver, lime, bergamot, tobacco leaf, patchouli.
Oh,
it is
sounds
rich,
amazing.
herbaceous. It's a big editor favorite with a lot of editors, and they can't keep it in stock. We have to reorder this one almost weekly.
Really? Wow.
Beautiful fragrance. Madagascar Amber. Madagascar Amber is Madagascar vanilla resin with amber, labdanum, oak moss. It's vanilla with no sweetness, but true essence of vanilla. But if I didn't tell you it was vanilla, you wouldn't know it was vanilla. And for even people that don't appreciate vanilla fragrances, they love the Madagascar Amber.
Amazing.
We come down here to Grapefruit and Jasmine Absolute, one of my favorite citrus blends. Grapefruit is, of course, a very light citrus, but the Jasmine Absolute is a very rich and bold floral.
Right, it's almost dominant.
Yes, and you wouldn't think that they were compatible. They're perfectly compatible. In this blend, you still get a citrus scent, but you could also describe it as a floral. So it's one of those that's in between. It's so perfectly balanced.
How does it evolve in terms of a scent?
Well, first the grapefruit first, because the citrus has always come off as the first top notes, and then the jasmine comes in behind it and gives it this warm, spicy note that grapefruit doesn't have on its own.
Right.
So basically, it is grapefruit, but it's unique and rich and bold, like grapefruit isn't by itself.
Okay.
And then we have one more over here.
Okay.
Fresh cut bouquet. Out of 100 fragrances, right now I'd have to call it our top. Fresh cut bouquet smells exactly like a flower shop. So it is the floral notes from about 12 different flowers that you would typically see in a flower shop. But that wasn't enough. It didn't smell just right. So then we had to duplicate the stems of all these flowers, the green part of the stem,
because
of each note, because that is part of the smell of a flower shop. So once we developed all 12 of the stems and all 12 of the florals, we found the right combination, and it smells exactly like a flower shop. And nobody doesn't like the smell of a flower shop. So this is very, very popular.
This looks cool. How much are these?
These are $85 retail.
How long will they last?
That's another interesting thing. We don't use alcohol. So our diffusers last 2 to 3 times longer than a traditional alcohol-based diffuser. Alcohol's fine in a perfume or fragrance because it's encapsulated.
Right.
When it's open, it evaporates too quickly.
Right.
And the top notes always flee within a month or two, and you end up with a product that doesn't smell like it did the day you opened.
Right.
Not with Saint Parfum. It's just pure fragrance from start to finish, and it'll last 4 to 6 months on average.
Really?
Much longer than a traditional fragrance.
Oh, that's terrific.
They're also a hand-poured perfume each one, so we don't make anything in advance. We only make them when Barneys or a customer orders it. So when you order it, perfumer goes to work and makes it one note at a time for each bottle. So that's another very interesting.
So you actually have something that could last 9 months plus because it's so fresh.
It's very fresh and it's pure. You don't have to flip the reeds, but if you want a stronger scent once a week, you can flip them or part of them at times. We also have candles. Even our candles are hand perfumed and poured. So we don't make the fragrance up in advance. When someone orders one of these or 10 of these, like Barneys does, we actually go to work, we create the fragrance first and then pour them by hand.
Okay. So, and are they soy?
Soy vegetable wax blend.
Okay.
I'll dispel a rumor. Soy candles are the best. For burning, they're really not.
No.
Soy candles have a tendency to smoke, and they don't allow the fragrance to grow. So we use a soy and vegetable wax blend. The vegetable wax is the type they coat apples and oranges with. It's edible, highly refined, definitely a natural product, and the soy blend gives it a renewable resource to the wax, but it's a perfectly burning candle, and it'll burn the full diameter, and as long as you trim the lid, it doesn't smoke.
Okay. This is Stevie for the LA Story. We'd like to thank Spencer. We'll be back with more. See you soon. Bye.
Thanks for joining Stevie Wilson on LA Story. Feel free to check out other podcasts and videos. Bookmark it now. www.la-story.com.